Michigan will be joining Wisconsin and Pennsylvania in the first ever multi-state presidential recount. And Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein filed a petition yesterday in Lansing requesting that 4.8 million ballots be recounted right here in Michigan. And this man is representing her here in Michigan, Mark Brewer of Goodman-Acker. You have been retained on the behalf of Jill Stein's group to do this big job, this recount effort in Michigan. And thank you so much, first of all, for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this is a tall order. You know, the whole country is split over this election. Hillary Clinton getting the popular vote, obviously Trump earning more electoral votes, and the Board of Canvassers just certified Michigan's 16 electoral votes to go toward Trump on Monday. It took forever, it seemed, for that to happen. But Jill Stein is confident that a recount is needed. Why?
Well, for several reasons. First of all, this is the closest presidential election in Michigan history. And we know that our optical scan machines miss votes. I've been doing recounts in this state for 25 years. And we know election after election, those machines don't read every vote. So this is not about changing the results. This is about making sure that every vote counts. Among your viewers this morning, there are people who cast votes in the election, thought it was counted, and it wasn't.
So how can that happen? You fill in the Scantron as fully as you can. What goes wrong?
Some people don't fill it out properly, even though it's clear that was their intent. But the machines are also old, and they don't read these ovals or these arrows as well as they should. I've seen this in recount after recount. And so what this is about is not changing the results. This is on behalf of the voters of the state of Michigan to make sure that everybody who voted has their vote counted.
And have you done any research yet to find out if there were votes not counted that you know of?
No, but again, I'm confident based on every recount I've ever done or seen that there were votes that were missed. And you can only pick them up and make sure they're accurately counted by doing a hand recount.
Now, a University of Michigan computer science expert has said that there are concerns after looking at these three states, especially Wisconsin, that electronic-only voting machines ended up having 7% less votes for Hillary Clinton than any other place in Wisconsin. Do we have electronic only here at all?
No,
okay.
No. What we do have are these electronic scanners, though, and they do involve programming, and anything that involves programming can be hacked.
Okay, let's talk about that, because hacking was a big thing, especially, all the intrigue over did Russia hack the DNC's emails and Hillary Clinton's campaign emails. Can these machines be hacked?
Yes, I believe that, and we know from our experts at some point during the course of their programming, they could be hacked. So the only way to rule that out and make sure it did not happen is to manually count the ballots.
Now, a lot of talk was given over Jill Stein raising money to get this recount effort going. But even though she raised millions of dollars, the states still have to pay for the recount too, in part?
Yes, we paid the required fee yesterday. It's set out in law. It's nearly $1 million in this case. We paid that yesterday. But if you think about it, democracy is priceless. I mean, what we are going to go through here is to assure everybody that every time they vote, not just in this presidential election, but for every election they participate in, the system is accurate. We're literally talking about the machinery of democracy and whether it's working.
So how much will this recount cost? How much will taxpayers have to pay?
We don't know, is the honest answer. There hasn't been a statewide recount in the state since the 1950s. So we don't know. But again, it's worth the cost to assure all of us that when we cast our vote, it's being counted.
And for anybody who thinks, oh, Jill Stein's just raising money for her coffers, she doesn't keep any of this money.
No, this money is being paid out in these three states to cover the cost of these fees. We have staff to pay and so forth to make sure that this is an effective recount.
Well, the recount effort is supposed to get underway tomorrow. Mark Brewer from Goodman-Acker, thank you so much for coming in to explain all of this. People are talking about it. Anne Marie?